Welcome into the WCI3 News studio this first day of 2022. Yes. We're welcoming a new team member to our team this new year. Marley Capper is here. It's good to have you with us. She's going to take the reins for us on Saturdays, running this news desk on Saturdays, and we're going to co-anchor together on Sundays. Good to have you with us.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here. Very excited to be a part of Central Illinois. I will say I'm not new to Illinois. My mom actually grew up on Scott Air Force Base.
Okay.
So I have family here. My best friends from college are here. So I'm not super new to Illinois, but I am very happy to be here and excited.
Military connections, Illinois connections. I think the people are starting to like you already. You're from California.
Yes.
But had a stop in Texas.
Yes.
What was that like?
So grew up in Los Angeles, grew up in the Valley, then went to the beach for high school. Went to Texas Christian University. Go Frogs. Texas was great.
What was that again?
Go Frogs.
Okay.
So this is our school sign.
We're going to have to learn this.
Okay. So at the University of California, this is their sign. They call it like the fighting. But at TCU, we say it's like their sign, but we fight harder. So we kind of curl it, but it's a horned frog. It's like a extinct, or it's going extinct. It's like a toad. Squirts blood out of its eyes. Anyways, Texas was great.
I don't think I'm breaking any news to you here, but news people in general are not always the most popular these days in this era. Why news? What drew you to this industry?
Well, honestly, at TCU, my original major was was political science, and then my second major was communications with an emphasis on group leadership and public speaking. And then I just really latched on to how crazy things were changing within politics and in news. There wasn't a ton of women in news when I was younger for politics. And so I kind of realized as I was talking to an advisor, she was like, well, if you want to go to law school, which is still a goal of mine, she was like, you should just do journalism instead of comm. So junior year, I switched. Next thing you know, I have 4 semesters to get an entire major done. But I really realized I can connect my passion with political news and important things that impact everyone's daily life with a career. And I still want to get my law degree. Currently, I'm getting my master's at Liberty University in public administration, public policy. And so that's definitely still important to me to continue my education and make sure I'm bringing the truthfulest news, the most accurate news as far as what the law is saying. And so I just realized I can combine the two. So why not?
Can you tell she has ambition, folks? All right, so one of my favorite things about journalism is that all the people doing the work each do carry a different perspective. They come from a different corner of the country or the state, and they help to tell collectively this mosaic of what is happening in the real world. So I say that, or I set it up that way to wonder, what kind of stories do you think we're going to expect from you? Do you have a certain type in your last station, or are there stories that you've discovered here in Illinois where you think, I want to talk more about that?
Definitely. Well, because I'm from California and I was in Texas for about 6 years, I really kind of have seen from West Coast to the South, and I've kind of seen a lot in between. I've become really passionate about immigration issues across the country. I would love to explore and see maybe how that is impacting Central Illinois, if any. I really love enterprise stories. I want to know what you, the viewers, want to know. I want to know things that are happening in our community. How is it impacting the local residents? And why does it matter? You know, I'm never here to tell people what to think or why you should think a certain way, but to kind of expand people's knowledge of here's what's happening, and you're smart enough to make your own opinion. So you can definitely expect to see a variety of stories from me. I love feature stories too, so kind of a bit of everything, breaking news. I'm just excited to be here and tell your stories. So
very interesting. We're excited to work with you and learn more about the kind of work that you'll bring to our newsroom as well. That's been the business side of this interview. Pardon me there.
You're good.
I need a water break, I think. But I do want to ask you, though, people are going to want to get to know you a little bit as well.
Of course.
There's a threshold question that we listen to the podcast around here called The Takeout with Major Garrett. He's CBS News' chief Washington correspondent. He always asks his guests these same 3 threshold questions, he calls them, and they tell us a lot about who you are. All right, so favorite movie. If you're watching TV and it comes on, you stop to watch it, right? If you have a most influential book in your life, something that changed the way you think about the world, something that caught your interest, or if you're on a long road trip somewhere, what kind of music are you putting on? This will give us a taste of like who Marley Capper is.
Awesome. Well, I'll be an anarchist and start backwards. So I just was on a road trip with my father here from Texas. We drove through Oklahoma, Missouri. I'm a huge Taylor Swift girl. I know that's super basic, but I'm a Swiftie. She was big when I was like 12. I am feeling 2022. And so I definitely, yeah, how do you, I'm just kidding. My dad, he is a huge supporter in all things me, which is funny to say, but anytime there's a new music group out or whatever, my dad loves to kind of
So you made Dad listen to Taylor Swift all the way
here?
Oh,
no, I didn't make him. He put it on, but my dad knows all the lyrics probably just as well as I do, which is crazy, but gotta love him for it. So Taylor Swift, country music. Obviously, I lived in Texas. I loved being a little Southern belle for a while. So country music, kind of pop music, but T Swift all the way.
There you go. That's the music.
That's the music. The book. I'm a super strong Christian. I love the Lord, and so a book that's been really influential in my life is called Jesus Calling. It's by Sarah Young. It's like these daily devotionals you can read, and it was actually written. Her mother was dying, and she kind of had these things she wanted to encourage her mother from Scripture, and it's just very inspiring. And so that's definitely kind of given me a fresh mindset each day that I can wake up and read my devotional, kind of reset, have some me time. And so that book definitely has really kept me going. I know 2020 and 19 and this whole pandemic has been hard. Uplift. So it's definitely a good uplift. And then movies, man, I will have to say one of my best guy friends from college really got our whole friend group onto Harry Potter. So if Harry Potter is ever on, I could literally watch it every day. I've
never seen it.
It's okay. I'm not mad. I'm just not happy. We'll get you to watch it. My car's named after Harry Potter. It's silly, but...
Oh, so you go all the way in.
Okay, so I don't have wands and I don't have a robe, but, you know, I really like some of the characters and I don't know, it's fun to...
Well, we've already enjoyed getting to know you a little bit here. I know the viewers will as well. Marley, great to have you with us.
Thank you so much.
We're going to see her again, Jacob Dickey also at 10 o'clock. Also, Brett Barons and Andy Olson recap the top 10 high school sports moments of 2021. That's coming up at 10 o'clock. We hope you'll join us there.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for trusting WCIA.